Hey, ¿qué tal, amigos? It's Daniel from Beyond Language, and today we're going to be looking at Spanish basics, foundational phrases in Spanish for you. Estas palabras son usadas diariamente, son palabras comunes, son palabras que todo el tiempo las van a oír, and they will help you create a solid foundation before you move on to more complex sentences and ideas. A little baby, when he's just learning the language, he's not using complex, big words, big sentences to communicate his ideas. He's, for the most part, just learning phrases, learning certain words. And so it's the same for us. Usually, what happens is that we forget the process that we went through to acquire our native language. Keep in mind that these phrases are foundational, are simple, are easy, but you also need to put them to use. You need to execute a plan and use them in real scenarios, in real situations with people. It doesn't matter that you learn 100 words or 1,000 words in this language, in Spanish, if you're not going to be able to somehow practice them with other people, use them in real situations with others. And so the faster you break through that barrier of feeling embarrassed or shy, the faster you're going to start using them and also start improving. As human beings, we're programmed to be judgmental. And all our mind does is to judge things. We're always assessing what's right and what's wrong. And that's why it's so hard to learn a new language without this self-judgment. However, if you understand this, if you understand that you naturally are going to be judgmental of yourself, then you can also embrace the fact that that's just part of the journey. You're going to have to inevitably be embarrassed sometimes and judge yourself as a result. When I speak English, I still have an accent and I still make mistakes from time to time. But something that has really helped me is to be able to embrace the fact that I make those mistakes and to continue learning anyway. Are these 5 questions that in English would be who, what, when, where, how much. So how would you say these phrases in Spanish? You would say what, qué, when, cuándo, where, dónde, who, quién, how much, cuánto. You always asking this, right? What, what's your name? Where is the bathroom? When is the meeting? So all these things are going to help you get a good start when learning Spanish. Now let's go with the first phrase that people who are learning Spanish should know. ¿Cómo te llamas? ¿Cómo te llamas? ¿Cómo te llamas? In English is what is your name? So that's why it doesn't translate well, really. So you need to remember that instead of saying what or qué, right? In Spanish, we don't say qué, we say cómo. ¿Cómo te llamas? When we're asking someone for their name. ¿Cómo estás? ¿Cómo estás? How are you? ¿Cómo estás? Another essential phrase that you should know in Spanish is ¿cómo se dice? ¿Cómo se dice? How do you say? ¿Cómo se dice? And of course, we've already discussed that you should be asking questions all the time. So you need to be saying this or asking this rather. ¿Cómo se dice? And then you add the word that you want to ask for. ¿Cómo se dice party en español? How do you say party in Spanish? Another one that you should know is ¿dónde está el baño? ¿Dónde está el baño? Where is the bathroom? ¿Dónde está el baño? ¿Cuánto cuesta? ¿Cuánto cuesta? ¿Cuánto cuesta? How much? ¿Cuánto cuesta? ¿Cuántos años tienes? ¿Cuántos años tienes? If you try to translate ¿cuántos años tienes? You're not really asking them how old they are, like in English, right? In Spanish, you're essentially asking them ¿Cuántos años? How many years do you have? Do you see the difference? How many years do you have? So, ¿cuántos años tienes? And that's why they reply with tengo, I have, tengo, and their age. Tengo 38 años. I am 38 years old, or I have, right? If I was to translate it literally. ¿Quién es? ¿Quién es? ¿Quién es? Who is? Who is? And then you add the name of the person. ¿Quién es Juan? Now, my advice for you guys would be to start writing down some of these words and start practicing them, reading them out loud. Maybe grabbing your phone and start making videos of yourself saying these words. You will only see yourself pronounce the words, but you'll be also hearing your own voice. And that will actually help you remember the words better. Now, let me give you some other foundational phrases. Greetings. Buenos días. Buenos días. Buenos días. Good morning. Buenos días. Buenas tardes. Buenas tardes. Buenas tardes. Buenas noches. Buenas noches. So far, you may have been using some of these phrases and you've been, asking some of these questions as well. But now, what if somebody asks you for your name? How would you answer that? You would say, me llamo, and your name. Me llamo Daniel. ¿Y tú? Now that the conversation is already going, you may also need phrases such as estoy bien, I am good, or mucho gusto, mucho gusto. Nice to meet you. Mucho gusto. Other foundational phrases are por favor, gracias, thank you, no entiendo, no entiendo. Always a good idea to know this one. No entiendo means I don't understand. And I mean, you'll find people that are going to be like talking really fast and you will need this one. So if you find people that are talking extremely fast and for some reason you can't follow what they're saying, you can say, no entiendo. Por favor, ¿puede hablar más despacio? Please, can you speak slower? Por favor, ¿puede hablar más despacio? Found this video helpful. If you liked it, amigos, like it, subscribe, and I will see you next time. Thank you. Gracias.